What's up, roofing contractors? Michael Mignona here, and in this video, I want to answer the question, when should you be running your Facebook and Instagram ads? Should you be running them between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., like when someone's in your office who can actually take phone calls and make phone calls? Or should you be running them 24/7? Should you be running them Monday through Friday? Or should you be running them on the weekends as well, even when you don't want to be working? So let's get into that a little bit and talk about it, and it'll make complete sense by the end of this video. Time out, quick interruption on this awesome video. If you haven't already, subscribe to me on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook if you're watching this on Facebook. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the podcast if you're listening to this as a podcast. Back to the video. As a general rule of thumb, I run ads 24/7 for all of my clients, and I will not ever run them differently, and I'll tell you why. The answer is because my goal for my own business, and therefore my goal for you, is to get you good results. And if you're running your ads only during business hours, you are not going to get the best results. Think about it. When are you able to make phone calls to call leads back? Well, maybe during normal business hours. That's when you have your secretary or administrative assistant or whatever, or maybe that's when you prefer to be working, because that's when you're working. But if that's when you're working, it's very likely when everyone else is working, including the homeowners who you're trying to attract with your ads. So if other people are not scrolling through Facebook and enjoying themselves and experiencing some downtime and therefore using these social media platforms, then they're not going to see your ads anyway. And one of the best things to do is to really think about Facebook and Instagram advertising very much like you do TV. Because really what it is modern day TV. It is the TV ads of now. When do people watch TV? It's not when they're at work. It's when they're home from work, or it's when they are having breakfast, or it's on the weekends. That's when they're scrolling social media. They're scrolling social media at night, laying in bed at 9 p.m. or at 10 p.m. That's when they're watching TV, and that's when they're scrolling social media. So that is when you're going to reach a lot of people. Now, what if you don't have an administrative assistant, a secretary, or what if you don't feel like calling and setting those appointments at that time of day, at 9 at night or 7 p.m. when you're having dinner, or 6 p.m.? Well, here's my recommendation to you. Find someone who is willing to call and set those appointments at those times. Find someone who is willing to reach out with a text message or a phone call on a Saturday afternoon to a lead that comes in. Sure, you can wait until the next day to call them back, or you can wait until Monday if the lead comes in on a Saturday, but your results are going to suffer. The best results ever for any of my clients are when the phone calls are made to the lead that comes in within 5 minutes of it coming in. Even though they are exclusive leads, you should still call them back as quickly as you possibly can. And the reason is because if someone has the time to fill out a form or a questionnaire, they may very well within that same time period have the attention span and the time, and they may be freed up from whatever else they might otherwise be doing, dealing with kids, at work, whatever, to entertain a phone call for 5 minutes so you can introduce yourself, tell them what you would like to help them with if they're open to it, and set that appointment to go to their house, meet them, and do what you do best, which is sell roofs. So you want to run your ads 24/7, and you want to be able to contact the leads you get within 5 to 10 minutes, ideally, okay? Another reason running them 24/7 is important is because you're not just running ads to a cold audience if things are set up properly. Instead, you're running ads to people. They're seeing your ads. They're clicking them, liking them, sharing them, commenting on them. Whenever they engage with your ads a little bit, we're following them around. And we're following them around at all times of the day and night. We're following them around at all days of the week. And sometimes people don't click the ad the first time they see it. Sometimes it's the 19th time they see it. And we want to follow them around all the time so that even when they get up to go to the bathroom at 2 a.m. and pop onto their phone, there you are. So that the next day when they wake up and have breakfast, there you are again. And that's when they have 5 seconds to click it, fill out the form, and send you their information. Run your ads 24/7. And you'll get way better results. Contact them immediately and you'll sell more jobs. Another thing you have to keep in mind is, and this, we always go back to this main point as well, whenever you're thinking about how to do things on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram, or I should say Facebook, because Facebook owns Instagram. Facebook's advertising platform wants you to be successful. So when you tell Facebook spend $50 a day on your Facebook ads, Facebook is not dividing 20 or dividing the $50 up evenly between 24 hours. No. Facebook is taking that $50 per day budget that you set, and they're saying, when should we spend this money? When during the day is this roofing company going to get their best results? And so what Facebook will do, because it wants you to get results, is it will allocate and spend your money whenever those times are during the day that it's noticing your message is resonating with people most. Or whenever those leads actually start coming in, Facebook, and they start coming in immediately if things are done right, by the way. But when they start coming in, Facebook will take note of that and say, oh, it's between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. that people are submitting a lot of these forms. They're also submitting them a lot between 7 and 9 p.m. We're going to spend the bulk of that $50 during that 4-hour window, and we're going to leak all the rest of it out throughout the day just to keep people warmed up with your messaging and seeing your ads and retargeted and things like that. So the takeaway here is run your ads 24/7. Have faith that Facebook's platform, if set up properly by the marketing company, is going to do what's best for you. And then call the leads back at any time of day, basically, unless it's completely inappropriate. Text them and email them and call them any day of the week. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is, do it. And it all comes down to how you introduce yourself and the energy you give off during that initial phone call. So 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, run your ads, be a good person, and that's really how this needs to be done. So I hope that answers the question of when should you run your ads? Should it be 24/7? Should it be certain hours? And should it be certain days of the week? It should be 24/7. I think I've repeated that enough by now. I hope you get the point. Have fun. And if, by the way, I want to stop. So that's it. And I hope this was super helpful. Have a wonderful day. See you later.